How long has that been sitting there? Jeez. Now what doesn't have power? Oh, it must be this one. Yep. Alright, we'll hit up the factory again. Well, looks like I'm running low over there as well. And then this thing over here, that's all getting by on one biomass generator with nothing but flowers in it, and I'm going to keep it that way. Okay. Alright, so let's see what I can do with these steel ingots now that I have them in my possession. Okay, so I can make steel pipes. That's good, and I probably need them for those. Oh, I guess this needs to be my next step. Well, I can make the steel pipes easily enough, and I can more or less automate those. So I'm going to set up an assembler for steel pipes, and then yeah. Jeez. Remember, a certain number of these I can put in the MAM. Let's see. Oh, well, let's go grab another 1500 copper wire, and I'm going to go turn my... I'm going to go set up an assembler to make a bunch of steel pipes. Oh, and I need 200 rotors. Jeez. A little excessive. But, okay. I was kind of hoping that the knock on my door was a delivery. I'm supposed to get my... I ordered a bunch of items, like a bathrobe and a new hoodie. And I also ordered a pair of slippers because mine are falling apart. And it's like, okay, we can get all that there on Friday, except the slippers, which will take until Sunday. I'm like, well, curses. What's funny, though, is, you know, how good we have it now, versus how it used to be. Like, if you were going to order something in the mail, you know, not all over the internet, because the internet didn't really start becoming a thing until the 90s, after all. Hey, I didn't drop my stuff off. Anyway, I just want to set up this assembler for steel pipe purposes. But it would, you know, you could expect 4 to 6 weeks between mailing off for something and actually receiving it, because most of it was just, you know, straight up USPS. And now it's like, oh god, it took multiple days for something to get here? Jeez, man. I don't know. It's funny how good we have it. And then there's still times I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. And by that I mean, I bought something online yesterday. It was just a game that finally had one of its all-too-rare discounts. Oops. And they had the option to have it delivered today. I'm like, that's not possible. You guys are just screwing with me. And I put in my address and I was like, yeah, you could have it delivered today. I'm like, how? That just doesn't happen. But I mean, I guess GameStop had a store nearby, and they could actually have just had some poor employee bring it out to me. And I wound up not doing it because I'm like, okay, so the price is exactly the same, so this guy's just getting his normal hourly to drive out here. You can't get unreimbursed employee expenses as a deduction, so it's like, well, this poor guy he's getting screwed, and I have no means to give a tip, so I just didn't want to do it. I wound up just having it. It's going to go through the mail like normal, and that's fine. I could not believe that that was a thing. I mean, I logically understand that it can be a thing. You know, the store can go, okay, we have this item, we have it at a store in this guy's town, we could totally do this. And you can completely automate that process, and I totally understand how it can all work. I get some idea of what kind of queries you have to make to a SQL database to make all this stuff work. And I still have some level of disbelief because I'm like, oh, come on, you can't do that. You can't get something delivered to you on the same day? That's crazy talk. And yet here we are. But yeah, I just opted to have it shipped to me normally. Because that's just how I am. Okay, so we are successfully making steel, and this pleases me. We're going to need 200 steel pipes for this next milestone. Let's go get those rotors, see how many I have. Oh wait, I have rotors over here too. The heck is that? There's one weird looking moth. we have a generator down? Man. There's the reinforced plates, and here's some rotors. We need quite a few of them. Okay. Let's run back and insert some stuff in the pod. And I guess I just need to go scouting for more, for somewhere where I can just build up water and coal and get a coal plant going, and that can probably power just short of 6 machines. Because the output on the biomass generator is like 35, and the coal plant looks like about 70. So, that's... I mean, the big thing is I don't have to manually refuel it, and that's... Oops. You know, I've been over all that before. I think I'm just yammering like a clown at this point. Well, tomorrow is tax day, and I don't know what that holds for me. So, April 15th is the day that everyone kind of uses as the deadline, regardless of what year it is. I mean, we have, but this year, because the 15th falls on a Friday, the IRS moved the deadline to Monday. So, deadline's the 18th, that's fine. And this is now... I think for tax year 2019, 20, and 21, that's 3 years in a row, we have not had the deadline on its normal day. It's been, oops, I meant to stop the hub. What am I doing? It's been, like, we had it extended by 4 months when the pandemic happened. We had it extended by another month because they changed tax law in the middle of March, which is insane. And then this year it went out to the 18th instead of the 15th. So that's 3 years in a row that it has not been April 15th. And I guess you have to be a bit of a complete fucking nerd to care about that, like I do. But anyway, interesting trivia. But anyway, I have a hard time predicting what, you know, how busy it's going to be, because Friday it was not nearly as slammed as I expected it would be. And then I don't know how it's been Saturday and Sunday, but I'm just wondering, you know, Monday, are we going to get slammed because it's, you know, a Monday, and you have people who thought we weren't open over the weekend calling in abundance? I mean, I can't imagine what it's going to be like for consumers, because that's, you get a lot of people putting it in at the deadline and asking about extensions when they're getting a refund, because they're fucking idiots. I mean, look, I don't expect people to know tax law inside out, because I sure as hell don't. But honestly, put some effort into knowing the basics. Like, if you're collecting a refund, you don't need an extension. You already have 3 years. Just little things like that people do not understand, and they absolutely should. And I mean, if we're going to make people figure this stuff out themselves, it really should be part of our school curriculum. But that's just me being grumpy, I guess. gonna have an early day today too. I just remembered. I gotta get up at 4 a.m. to do laundry. And then I gotta figure out if I'm going to the bank or not. I wonder if I could just install the bank app on BlueStacks. And, no, we're getting there. Because I gotta deposit a check, and it's not like a lot, but I still want to deposit it. It's from back when I had jury duty, like a month ago. And the check has a 6-month expiration on it, so I want to get it in there, but it's $30. I'm not so stressed for cash right now that really worries me, but the fact of the matter is, it takes about an hour to get down to the bank, and then an hour to get, I'll have to, stand in line or whatever and get them to deposit the check and wonder why I'm there. Because bank tellers, and this has been a thing for probably 20 years that I've seen, but bank tellers seem to not want their job. Because anytime I do something in the bank, they usually want to tell you, you could just do this online. I'm like, okay, I could, but you've made it a pain in the ass. Because the only way to deposit a check is by using a shitty app, letting it have access to your camera, and I don't have room for another program on my phone. So it's just not been a thing that I really have ready to go. Right, I need to scout for a place to get coal. Well, more coal for power plant reasons. But I should be almost there for steel pipes, so I can at least send my pod off and get advanced steel production, so that's cool. I should probably also put some effort into understanding power in this game, because I have done literally zero research. And there's my stack of steel pipes. Let's do this. I mean, the next phase for the space elevators, I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I may just pack it in here. I think I'm just wandering aimlessly at this point. But I can hit another production milestone, so hey. How we doing over here? Plenty of cubes.
Milestone reached. Logistics can be improved with a larger storage container, enhanced conveyor belt efficiency, as well as the ability to store excess power for later use. An additional project part can now be constructed. Further progress to the next phase is now possible.
Okay, so I need to be able to build stators, which are a thing. So steel pipes plus copper wire. Okay. I really wish this scroll bar was easier to work with. That can't just be me, right? Wow. An encased industrial beam. How the hell do I make one of those? Here we go. Oh, spiked rebar and four perks. Okay, so what about... I'm getting kind of intimidated by the next step here. Yeah, I should figure out this stuff out too. Then maybe I won't be doing ridiculous conveyor belts. So let's see. Oh, miner marked. Ooh. Ooh. So that's going to double resource extraction. Hello. We just need more of these reinforced thingies. Oh, that changes everything. Oh man, oh man. Oh, this game. Tell ya. It's just like the infinite tech tree. Oh, I should order some groceries today. Oh, yes. It's a lot of ingots. Wait, can I change up? Hold on. Oh. Okay, so we can make steel beams here. Then I should consider that. Actually, I could probably split off production and do a second assembler and have that do beams, and then I could use some of the beams with nearby a limestone deposit to make the other thing. Yeah, only 100 meters this way. Oh, that one winds up being relatively convenient. Okay. So Miner Mark II, though, that changes a lot of things. Like, hilariously so. Because if that doubles my output, God, I need to actually consider using better conveyor belts now. Because I think I have... Hold on. 120 resources per minute. So, yeah, if I'm doubling my production, I'll have to use the better conveyor belts. And that's going to be reinforced steel plate. Ah, that's where they get you. Okay. There's a lot going on here. It's kind of overwhelming at the moment. Let's at least set up a second assembler here. Or no, constructor. The device for splitting. There we go. And then we'll set up another storage device. And, regrettably, another power station. Why isn't this doing the thing? Okay, I'm confused. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work before. Okay, so now we're gonna have, oops, steel beams and steel, you know, the other thing. Steel beams and steel pipes. So that's gonna be nice, and then I need to make sure we have the, we're gonna have to set up the limestone thing over here and have that go into this thing. We're just gonna have to set up a constructor over here to handle that. Then I'm gonna have to go around and see about upgrading all the things. Because if I can output 120 a minute, I absolutely will. That's huge. As for now, though, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for watching, anyone who stopped by and watched my chaotic little stream today. As always, my nonsense can be found on Twitch and on Twitter at SpookBlazeGames, and on YouTube, Spook327. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.